Explore how the effort we put into creating something, like building IKEA furniture, increases its perceived value due to loss aversion. The IKEA effect is a cognitive bias that increases the perceived value of something we've invested effort into. This phenomenon is rooted in loss aversion, where we fear losing our time and energy more than gaining rewards. In a Harvard study, participants who built a Lego set valued it 63% higher than those who didn't build it. The IKEA effect applies beyond DIY projects, influencing how we perceive the value of our work, relationships, and even ourselves. This bias can lead to an overestimation of our creations, causing us to overprice or overvalue them. The IKEA effect highlights the psychological power of effort and investment in shaping our effect. Get ready for a tale of sibling rivalry, murder, and power struggles in ancient Egypt. Cleopatra's father, Ptolemy XII, ruled Egypt from 111 to 51 BCE and had multiple marriages, producing several children. Cleopatra and Ptolemy XIII were co-rulers of Egypt, with Cleopatra serving as the regent and Ptolemy XIII as the pharaoh. Ptolemy XIII became increasingly power-hungry and eventually had Cleopatra's marriage to her brother Ptolemy XII annulled, declaring himself the sole ruler. Cleopatra and her brother Ptolemy XIII engaged in a brutal civil war, with Cleopatra seeking the help of her brother's co-regent, Mark Antony. In 48 BCE, Cleopatra's forces were defeated, and she fled to the Mediterranean island of Pharos, where she eventually reunited with Mark Antony. This viral video claims to show a haunted house in the middle of moving on its own, complete with creepy sounds and ghostly apparitions. The viral video claims to show a haunted house moving on its own in the middle of the night. The footage features creepy sounds, ghostly apparitions, and unexplained movements. Paranormal experts believe the house may be a hub for supernatural activity. Skeptics argue the video is a clever hoax using special effects and editing tricks. The house's history reveals a dark past, with reports of mysterious deaths and tragedies. Despite the controversy, the video remains one of the most watched paranormal clips online. Witness the unstoppable force of Shaquille O'Neal, who won 3 consecutive NBA Finals MVP awards from 2000 to 2002, leading the Lakers to a dynasty. Shaquille O'Neal joined the Lakers in 1996, starting a journey to NBA dominance. In 2000, Shaq won his first NBA Finals MVP, leading the Lakers to a 4-1 series win. The Lakers repeated as champions in 2001, with Shaq earning his second consecutive Finals MVP. Shaq's dominance continued in 2002, securing his third straight NBA Finals MVP award. During this streak, Shaq averaged 33 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 blocks per playoff game. Shaq's three-peat of Finals MVP awards cemented his legacy as one of basketball's all-time greats. From Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa to Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night, let's uncover the hidden symbols and messages in some of the world's most famous paintings. Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa contains subtle, enigmatic smile and gaze that have sparked centuries of interpretation. The subject's eyes in the Mona Lisa are asymmetrical, adding to the painting's mystique and intrigue. Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night features swirling clouds and stars that symbolize his turbulent mental state. The cypress tree in Starry Night represents eternal life and is a recurring motif in Van Gogh's work. Hidden symbols and codes are not unique to these paintings. Many famous artworks contain secret messages. Decoding these hidden messages can reveal artists' personal experiences, cultural context, and, in 1902, the eruption of Mount Pelée destroyed the town of Saint-Pierre, Martinique, killing 28,000 people and burying the town under a thick layer of volcanic ash and pumice. Mount Pelée, a volcano on Martinique, erupted on the 8th of May 1902 with devastating consequences. The eruption destroyed the town of Saint-Pierre, which was once the largest city on the island. A pyroclastic flow, a deadly cloud of hot ash and gas, buried the town under 10 feet of debris. The eruption killed 28,000 people, leaving only 2 survivors, a prisoner and a young girl. The town was abandoned and left untouched for over 100 years, a eerie ghost town. Today, Saint-Pierre is a popular tourist destination with ruins and museums telling its tragic story. Discover the intriguing story of Adolf Hitler's art collection, which included over 1,500 paintings stolen from Jewish families during World War II. Adolf Hitler was an aspiring artist, rejected from Vienna's Academy of Fine Arts twice in 1907 and 1908. Hitler's art collection, known as the Führer Museum, was meant to showcase European art masterpieces in Linz, Austria. Over 1,500 paintings were stolen from Jewish families during World War II, including works by Monet, Renoir, and Cézanne. The Nazis plundered art from prominent Jewish collectors, such as the Rothschilds and the Gutmans, to fill Hitler's collection. Some stolen artworks were hidden in salt mines and castles, while others were sold to fund Nazi war efforts. Did you know Pelé scored in 7 consecutive games for Santos FC in 1961, a record that still stands today? Pelé's scoring streak began on the 19th of November 1961 in a match against São Paulo FC. During the streak, Pelé scored 14 goals in 7 consecutive games for Santos FC. Pelé's record-breaking streak spanned 14 days, from November 19 to the 3rd of December 1961. The streak helped Santos FC win the 1961 Brazilian Championship, their 6th title. Pelé's 7-game scoring streak has yet to be matched by any other player in top-tier football. The record has stood for over 60 years, cementing Pelé's status as a football legend. Relive the most intense derby matches with the most red cards, including the infamous Battle of Santiago between Chile and Italy in 1962. Derby matches are intense football rivalries between teams from the same city or region, often leading to heated confrontations. The Battle of Santiago in 1962 was a notorious derby match between Chile and Italy with multiple red cards. The match ended 2-0 in favor of Chile, but was marred by violent clashes between players and fans. A total of 4 players were sent off during the Battle of Santiago, a record at the time. Derby matches with the most red cards are often marked by intense rivalry and aggressive behavior from players. The Battle of Santiago remains one of the most infamous matches in football history, symbolizing the chaos of derby. Playing Among Us with prosopagnosia, where identifying crew members is crucial, and watching how people with face blindness adapt to the game's social deduction mechanics. Prosopagnosia, also known as face blindness, affects 2 to 3% of the global population, impacting social interactions. In games like Among Us, identifying players by their appearance is crucial, but face blindness makes it challenging. People with prosopagnosia often rely on non-facial cues like clothing, voice, and behavior to recognize others. To adapt, players with face blindness use strategies like memorizing player positions, actions, and chat behavior. Despite difficulties, some players with prosopagnosia develop exceptional skills in other areas, like spatial awareness and game mechanics.